At 6, police announce nighttime curfews in devastated parts of Los Angeles to protect homes from looters.
We are not screwing around with this. We don't want anyone taking advantage of our residents that have already been victimized.
It's all gone.
Residents who were ordered to evacuate start to return to see what they can salvage from the ashes of their homes. The fires still burn. At least 10 people are known to have died. President Biden says LA looks like a war scene.
We're live in the wreckage of some of America's most expensive properties while the fire still rages above.
Good evening. Firefighters are still battling to contain the wildfires raging across Los Angeles. Forecasters are warning that more high winds are expected in the coming days, which could stoke an already extremely dangerous situation. 10 people are now known to have died. Around 70,000 homes and buildings are either destroyed, damaged, or at risk. A nighttime curfew has been put in place in the worst affected areas to protect abandoned homes, as President Biden says there is clear evidence of looting. The Los Angeles County Sheriff says the city suburbs look as if they've been hit by an atomic bomb. 5 fires are still burning in the area. Firefighters have made some progress containing them. You can see on this map the biggest fire, Palisades, which was completely out of control yesterday, is now 8% contained. Eaton Fire in the Altadena neighbourhood is just 3% contained, and worryingly, the strong winds are expected to pick up again today. This is day 4 of the fires. Have a look at this one street in Altadena where the Eaton Fire is burning. This is Fair Oaks Avenue, and this is what it looks like now after those flames tore through the neighbourhood. That is what Fair Oaks Avenue looked like. House after house, street after street. It is all now gone. Almost nothing left of these homes that just days ago were full of families' lives and possessions. The California dream, now ashes. Well, just a few miles away, our correspondent John Sudworth has been speaking to residents returning to their homes in Altadena. He joins us now. John.
We've started to see signs of the official response being ramped up for the first time. Soldiers from the National Guard manning the checkpoints here. You know, it really is difficult, Sophie, to give a sense of the scale of this disaster. We spent a few hours speaking to the residents on just one small block of this neighbourhood of Altadena, a microcosm of a story that is being repeated time and again right across this city. Los Angeles is a city in shock. Thousands of people coming to terms with the once unimaginable.
My jewelry box was right here.
Pete Mitchell, an electrician at Disneyland, and his wife Angela have lived here for over 10 years.
Oh my God, and it survived. Your little elephant box from Thailand.
This was their home before the fire. Altadena was a pleasant Los Angeles suburb, a middle-class district, a far cry from the mansions and celebrity lifestyles on the other side of the city.
It's devastating, of course. We saw images of it before. Our neighbors had come in here before, but it's also, you know, the opportunity to rebuild, which is hard road, but it can be done. I think we will do it.
I hope we're rebuilding here. And I hope that we'll have what we can find that can be memories of the good times we had in this home. It was a good home. It was a really good home.
Around them, fire crews are still patrolling the area, putting out spot fires. This is a city in deep crisis, with the emergency services stretched to the limit and lives totally upended.
Okay.
Just a few doors away, another family surveying the damage. This was Stephanie's home for more than 4 decades, but she says she's now focused on the future.
We're very fortunate that we were able to get out in time.
Yes.
Everybody is safe, and we do plan to rebuild.
Absolutely.
Bigger and better.
Yes.
So we're grateful.
We're praying for everybody because this is just devastating. Altadena is one of the #1 places to live. It's friendly, it's family oriented. It's just a wonderful community.
A block away, this house had recently seen new tenants move in.
It would have been the middle bin of the closet, her wedding ring.
Tavia Weinman and her family are now picking through the wreckage, salvaging the few keepsakes to have survived the intense heat.
It's like overwhelming right now. Because it's like decades and decades of, you know, building things, and it's all gone.
These are scenes repeated across huge swathes of this city, and with the emergency far from over. John Sudworth, BBC News, Altadena.
More than 5,000 structures, many of them homes, have been destroyed in just one coastal neighbourhood, Pacific Palisades, which is where the largest fire is still burning. Emma Vardy reports from there.
Along the Pacific Coast Highway is the exclusive LA suburb of Malibu. This once embodied the Californian dream, home to some of the most expensive real estate in America. Now ashes. Around 10,000 buildings have been destroyed across the city, but every now and then, by some miracle, one has been spared. There's been anger at city leaders over the fire response. Now pledges are being made that LA will rebuild.
With so many homes and businesses lost, we are already putting plans in place to make sure that we aggressively rebuild. I don't believe that there is anything that Angelenos cannot do if we stand together.
From diamonds to dust. The celebrity Paris Hilton shared what was left of her oceanfront Malibu home. In the heart of Pacific Palisades, haunting skeletal remains of a once vibrant town centre in a much sought-after area. Well, this was one of LA's exclusive neighbourhoods to be seen in. You've got a celeb hangout restaurant there, designer shops, but also the everyday where you come and do your banking, get a few groceries. Bits of it still smouldering and the air still feels toxic, and the damage is into the billions for this neighbourhood alone. The risk of crime poses a new threat. Security has been stepped up in abandoned neighbourhoods and curfews are now being enforced.
You cannot be in these affected areas. If you are subject to arrest. That is important. We're not doing this to inconvenience anybody. We're doing it to protect the structures, the houses that people have left because we ordered them to leave, and I want them to feel confident that we are doing everything we can to secure that.
180,000 LA residents have now been told to leave their homes, some escaping with only minutes to spare. A former US Olympic swimmer having to leave his 10 medals behind.
As I saw houses bursting into flame, I knew it was time to go. Could I have stayed 30 seconds longer and maybe gotten the medals? I wasn't willing to take that risk. I didn't want to see how close I could get to the flames. Getting hit by the embers was close enough for me.
For many, the realization of their loss only just sinking in.
You start thinking about, man, it hits you so quick. You start thinking about all the memories in the different parts of the house and whatnot, and then you see your neighbors' houses and everything kind of around, and your heart just breaks.
With strong winds increasing, fire crews are once again facing a battle with the weather, trying desperately to get the danger under control before the weekend. Well, there's some 3,000 firefighters working on that Palisades fire just near us, but it's still just only 8% contained. You can feel the winds picking up again. There's a real fear that it's going to start to spread. Now, down here, these luxury properties, well, they're still smoking away, but people are gradually starting to make their way down here for a look. But that curfews, they now kick in 6 o'clock tonight till 6 o'clock in the morning to try to protect whatever is left of places like this.